Hi everyone, welcome back. If you watched our last video, you'll know that we've decided to pack up, leave Australia and move to Italy. In this video, we're going to be discussing different visa types and which ones will be most viable for us. We're Matt and Ange, married, young at heart and lovers of all things travel. Whether camping in nature, road tripping with our 2 dogs or visiting the world's most amazing cities, we're always looking for our next adventure.
So come with us as we explore new places and watch as we navigate our big move from one side of the world to the other. We're ready to go anywhere, anyway. If you watched our last video, you know that we're planning to make the move from Australia to Italy. And with a move like that comes a lot of logistics. One of the main ones that we've started looking into is the options for visas to actually allow us into the country. Now, we're going to go through a few different ones and we'll put the link to the website down at the bottom, which is the actual official Italian consulate website.
It's just a matter of entering your nationality and then the country of residence, whether you'd like to stay up to 90 days or more than 90 days, and then the reason for your stay.
Now, the visa that we'll enter into Italy on initially is going to be the standard tourist visa. This gives you 90 days to stay in the Schengen area, so that obviously includes France, Italy, Portugal, etc. The next one is a business visa. Now, this one's not going to work for us, or it's not going to be viable for us. This is one that's available to people who are actually going to be starting up or running their own business. Visiting family and friends, unfortunately not, and sports and cultural does not work for us either. Now with the long stay visas, these are ones that are going to allow you to spend more than 90 days in the country at any given time. The first one is the work visa. This one is not going to work for us, unfortunately. This is if a company has hired you to come in and you're there specifically to work for that company.
Now, there is a visa for self-employment, which we looked at briefly since we are both self-employed. But the issue with this particular visa for our first visit is that you do require accommodation. And that can be in the form of a rental lease or if you have purchased property. For our first visit to Italy, we won't have accommodation, so this is not the type of visa that we can enter on. You'll see here that there's mention of needing authorization from the Questura. This is the local police headquarters that is responsible for administrative services relating to immigration matters. There is also a study visa that allows people to stay in Italy for longer than 90 days. We didn't really have any intention of studying, mostly because we already work full-time hours and don't really have the budget to do any courses. However, we found out that one of the courses you can do, which might work for this visa, is actually to learn Italian. And since Italian is something that we need to learn anyway, this could be a good option for us.
Next one is family reunion. Again, we don't have family or friends in Italy, so this one's strictly out, unfortunately.
We were curious about the Elective Residence Visa. Unfortunately, where it rules us out is when it mentions that you need to have financial resources from sources other than paid employment.
Scientific research. No, nothing like that going on. Digital nomad is probably going to be the one that we look at. There are a couple of hurdles to overcome though, even with this visa. You do have to have a residence in Italy. So that would either be in the form of a leased property or a purchased property. Now this would allow you to spend more than the 90 days. Something to think of additionally though is, although you're able to spend a full year in Italy, as soon as you spend 183 days, you're liable for taxes. And finally, the working holiday visa. Now, unfortunately, Ange and I are both just too old to apply for the working holiday visa, so that one's just not going to work for us. So the plan we're working off right now is to enter Italy on the 90-day tourist visa. The year-long visas just seem a little complicated, especially considering we don't really know where we're going to want to be. Plan is for that first 90 days is to spend the entire 90 days traveling around Italy. We'll be doing some camping, some Airbnb, some hotels, and really getting to know some of the areas and picking some of the ones that we really feel we could spend some time in. In the 90 days we have to spend outside of Italy, we'll spend that time reaching out to lawyers, real estate agents, and really narrowing down the properties that we want to see. When we do return to Italy for the second 90 days, we're hopefully there to purchase a property.